This week on SheridanMedia.com is presented by Magic 102.3. I'm Steve Sisson. Sheridan welcomed a new addition to our collection of public art last week as the Sheridan Public Arts Committee brought sculptor Anthony Hines May to town to assemble one of his works. May explains the origin of the piece titled Virtual Treatise.
The piece started on a ranch in Montana, in fact. There was some trees on a hillside that had been removed by BLM, and one of the trees was remaining. It was freestanding and it was still green, and it snapped in a recent storm. So the material for this sculpture came from that location and was incorporated in the landscape here to appear as though it was naturally growing on site. The idea is that there's a fine seam between the relationship of the trunk as a natural base, the pieces that are fragmented from the original base in that original order, and then reassembled to appear as though it's being affected by the winds.
May says this piece is symbolic of our modern disconnect with nature.
The time recorded in the material is being gridded and spliced and rearranged. It's being reconstructed. And it's very similar to time as we experience it in the artificial world, because we have lost we're losing a circadian rhythm, I suppose. We're losing an interconnection to our spirituality that's a part of nature, and we're supplanting it for this artificial realm and becoming more and more affected by that. I think it's important that we pay attention to that process and realize it more, because the youth aren't seeing that as much as we do. As adults, I think we need to portray the puzzle of nature to the kids to be able to help them understand how they need to be a part of the solution in trying to figure out how to go back to nature.
You can see Virtual Treatise near the intersection of West Dow and Main Street in Sheridan. The Bighorn Home Builders Home and Garden Show is coming up. Mallory Mbabaka sets the scene.
The Bighorn Home Builders Home Show is this weekend. You can stop by the Holiday Inn Convention Center this Friday, April 23rd through Sunday, April 25th. Stop by the many booths at the show and garner all the home and garden knowledge you will need from reliable and trustworthy professionals. Vendors include Alpine Climate Control, water products and solutions, and so many more. Did I mention yours truly, Sheridan Media, will be there as well. Before you head to the show, make sure to collect the home show guide from the April 20th edition of the Country Bounty. Stop on by and say hello, April 23rd through April 25th at the Bighorn Home Builders Association Home Show.
This week on SheridanMedia.com is presented by Magic 102.3, home of the 90s at 9. So picture this, you're sitting around with some friends, coming up with plans for things to do in the coming weeks, and you say, let's see if I'm available next Friday, and you lean over casually to glance at your 1993 calendar for your dates. Well, you can do that because 1993 and 2021 are the same. The dates line up. And you can win one of these excellent 1993 wall calendars, brand new retro style calendars made by Sheridan Printing on the 90s at 9. We've given away 5 of these so far, and we're going to give away 5 more through the rest of this month, along with some sweet notepad holders and $25 in store credit. To learn how to win, join me every day at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. for the 90s at 9 on Magic 102.3. For news throughout the week and to listen to Sheridan Media radio stations live, go to SheridanMedia.com. I'm Steve Sisson. Have a great week.